Interview number 5, David Bailey, yBitcoin, March 26th, Coin Summit. Today on Let's Talk Bitcoin, we're joined by David Bailey, editor-in-chief of yBitcoin magazine. David Bailey, why Bitcoin?
Well, why not Bitcoin, I guess, to start with. But Why Bitcoin magazine is designed to basically explain Bitcoin to your mother and to help onboard new people into the community that aren't, active on Reddit. They're not active on the Bitcoin Talk forums. They're a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old that has the resources to do something impactful in the space, but is just uneducated about what's going on.
So you're different from Bitcoin Magazine, which has been kind of the other print publication that's been around, notably because you're printing a lot more magazines. I mean, a lot of their business seems like it's on the online side, whereas you guys are really focused on the print side. Why is that?
Well, so in Bitcoin, we talk a lot about like push and pull transactions. Well, we kind of think about push and pull marketing, and our approach to marketing is to actually engage a user that isn't expecting to talk about Bitcoin. So we're on coffee tables at Lamborghini dealerships, yacht clubs, and country clubs, Napa Valley wine vineyards, Aspen ski resorts. So we're looking for the person who goes into the doctor's office and sits down and is basically captured for 45 minutes with nothing to do. And they see this on the table and they say, I've heard of Bitcoin before, what's that? And we try to write a narrative that engages them. You open the first page and it kind of pushes you through the magazine. So we're different than Bitcoin Magazine because our audience is completely different. I mean, we're not geared for the community. Our content in the magazine rarely changes from issue to issue because we're just presenting a guide. What is Bitcoin doesn't change issue to issue. Our approach is to reach new people with every magazine. We don't ever want the same reader twice. It's, we have different distribution outlets that allow us, we print 30,000 magazines this quarter, 30,000 magazines next quarter to a completely different group of people. So Bitcoin Magazine, on the other hand, is geared for the community. I mean, it's news and analysis. But if my mom picked up Bitcoin Magazine, and she has no clue, what's going on in there. Like, she's not that interested in, the inner workings of how the foundation works. I mean, that's just kind of over her head. So completely different audience. And, I think we found a very good niche in engaging people. I mean, we get calls into our office all the time. We talk to our customers every day, our clients, and it's working. It's getting a lot of people, It's also great for merchants that accept Bitcoin who maybe only 1% of their customers actually pay in Bitcoin. But, the other 99%, they come in and say, oh, I see that you're accepting Bitcoin on the window. What is that? Right. A merchant doesn't have an hour to explain it to every single person that asks that. I mean, they'd not be in their business anymore. They'd be in the business of explaining it. So it's perfect for a merchant to have a stack of magazines. Someone says, what is Bitcoin? It's this new digital currency online. Here, take a magazine and you can get educated about it.
Right, exactly. So guys like you and I are responsible for explaining it. They can just focus on being merchants. So, we've just seen your second issue go out. This started last year. So would you classify this as a success? I mean, it sounds like it's gone pretty well.
It's a huge success. We're working with about 40 different Bitcoin companies and growing. I mean, just at this conference, we probably gained 5 new customers. And what's going to be exciting is in the next issue, we'll have our first non-Bitcoin company advertisers. So Samsung, for example, or, Rackspace. So people that want to reach out to the Bitcoin community or want to reach out to Bitcoiners in general, because our magazine's at every conference and et cetera, but who aren't accepting Bitcoin yet. So that's a pretty exciting development. And we're also working on translating into multiple languages. We're going to be launching a Spanish and Chinese edition. So there's a lot of projects in the pipeline that, it's a lot of work, but it's definitely a big success, and our advertisers are very pleased with the results.
Awesome. So you said that the content doesn't change from issue to issue. So is it worth, if I've read this magazine before, is it something where I should bother reading it again? Because, the articles, you're saying that it's not targeted towards the community, but, I can think of David Perry, Andreas Antonopoulos. You go down the list of people who, actually have something meaningful to say about it within the community, and you have a lot of names represented there.
Right. So I have to be a little bit quiet about what I say, but there are some projects in the pipeline that maybe would give those writers a little bit more opportunity to speak their minds about current events, but that's not exactly ready to be taken off the burner yet. As far as does the content change at all? We tweaked the content, so I think we added a new article in this issue about merchant adoption by Trace Meyer. And I think next issue, Nick Carey's going to publish an article about starting a Bitcoin-only business and trying to, like a call to action to start your own business. So we have some new content coming in. We have talked about, we have these magazines at every conference, generally so people can just take a couple home with them and, share it with whoever they want. But I think we're going to do maybe a couple things that the industry would find interesting. I think we're going to do basically a market data page. We're at all these conferences. I mean, we go to every single conference. So I think we're going to start collecting analytics at the conference about Bitcoiners, and then publish that data in the magazine. So that's kind of an interesting thing to look at. And we've also been really interested in Red Herring. I don't know if you're familiar with this, the old internet magazine. And they had something called the Red Herring 100, which was like the 100 hottest startups in the internet space. And we think that could be interesting, reach out to our readers, say, what startups are you excited about, and kind of publish that data, get a little bit of competition go.
So make the whole thing a little bit of a two-way conversation instead of you just talking to them.
Exactly, right. So I think there is a reason to pick up each issue, at the very least, just to see what new companies are advertising and what people are doing. Some of our advertisers like to announce new projects in the magazine, but mostly you pick it up and you share it with someone else who doesn't know about Bitcoin, and we need to get them in the space and get them excited about what's going on. So our very lofty goal for 2014 was to onboard 1 million new Bitcoin users, which is a huge project, but we have over 45,000 online readers. We have well over 60,000 magazines in the wild that hit multiple people before they kind of hit end of life, and we're going to be increasing our print count as well as going to the Chinese and Spanish market. So there is a slim chance that we hit the goal of at least talking to 1 million people, but we're trying our best.
Well, David Bailey, sounds like you're doing great work. Thanks for being in this space and providing a service like this.
Well, thank you for having me on your show, and hopefully we'll be back again soon with some exciting news down the road.
CryptoKit is the world's first Chrome browser Bitcoin wallet. It's the easiest, fastest Bitcoin wallet payment system. With a simple one-click install, it takes just seconds to get your wallet set up. And because CryptoKit finds the address and payment for you, there's no more fussing around or tab switching. CryptoKit is more than just a wallet. It comes with a preloaded PGP encrypted social network, news feeds from Reddit and Google, and up-to-date charts from exchanges. Finally, CryptoKit Directory allows you to make two-click payments with any of the BitPay merchants. Once you install CryptoKit, you won't need anything else. For more information or to download CryptoKit, visit CryptoKit.com.